Yes, good evening. This is the Benson Media, and today is a Saturday. We are blessed to have this opportunity to just have a discussion on what has been happening in the field of politics. Partly before we start, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome everyone on board. Those who will be watching us, kindly engage us at the comment section. I have also shared a link at the comment section. If you want to give your view, you can as well just click the link and join, and we'll appreciate. Feel free. This is for the Benson Media, and here we say that your opinion counts. I'll take this opportunity to give Mr. Miguda to say hi before we proceed.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Akubura, our ST viewers, those who are already tuning and those who will tune later. We say yes, brother Benson Media, your opinion counts, and welcome everyone on board.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Miguda. I can also see a good friend, Laban Misiani, at the comment section. Laban, feel welcomed, and you can as well give us your comment, whatever you think, at the comment section. We've also shared the link over there. You can join and just give your opinion. Yes, so Miguro, today I just want us to talk about the mood of the people, the mood of the country. There's a group of people who are accepting and positively talking about the union between the president and the former prime minister Raila Amolo Odinga. They're saying that it is going to help the country move forward. And there's also a group of people who are saying that that combination is going to assist the president to continue, or to perform better than the way he has performed. There's also another group of people saying that it is not really good for the people, because that two combination is going to deny the people of Kenya, the opportunity to have the position leader. Remember, in Kenya, Raila's played that role of opposition for quite some time and is being known as the opposition leader. So people are having a different view, and at the same time, if you watched what was happening at Bunge la Wananchi, that is in Jacaranda, remember, most of those people in Jacaranda have been supporters of the opposition leader Raila Amolo Odinga, and for the first time we are seeing them having a stand, and they're saying that this time round hawatakubali watumike, hawatapigiwa simu ati wapange watu waende maandamano. Raundi wanasema ya kwamba they are not going to do that, and suppose wameitwa, watajiita mkutano wao wenyewe ama kila mtu binafsi. Najiuliza whether it is worth, because according to them, if you watch, they're saying that the political class is simply playing in their minds, ati hao watu wanapatana wanakula pamoja, lakini kwa ground wao wanaulizwa, leo ulienda wapi, mliandamana wapi? Those are some of the comments that we are finding on the ground. Some of them are positively supporting, some of them are also having a different view. And maybe before I give you the opportunity to just give your view, I can also see our good friend Eric Ayaga at the station. Eric, feel welcomed. I just wanted to play a clip where the current president, William Samoei Ruto, was speaking about the handshake. And there's a group of people also who are questioning why he had a stand of not supporting the handshake, and especially Raila. And today, he is speaking differently. So I just want to play this clip. And after that, I'll give you a chance to give your view, as well as our good friend Eric Ayaga.
There's a problem amongst Kenyans, and they want to continue with the handshake. We are telling them, my friends, the former handshake brought problems to us. We lost everything. If you tell us we continue with the same thing, then we have to be mad people to continue doing the same thing and to expect different results. We are telling them there is no problem amongst Kenyans. There is a problem with the economy. We want to sort out the economy. We have a plan on how to sort out the economy. And I want to tell our competitors, in UDA, number one, we have a track record. We have demonstrated that we built the railway, we built the roads, we connected the electricity, we did TTI. We have a track record, number one. Number two, we have a plan. And already they are part of our plan because we told them we are going to change the conversation, and the conversation has changed. We are now discussing matters economy in Kenya. And we are not just discussing matters economy, we are discussing matters bottom up that will lift the millions of young people in Kenya who today are languishing in joblessness, in drugs, in many other vices, because the trickle-down model failed to create jobs and opportunities for young people. We have a plan on how to lift small businesses so that they can make money, so that they can access credit, so that we can liberate them from Shylocks and ensure that every Kenyan is growing. We have a plan. Instead of our farmers living on food relief, we have a plan to support them so that they can not only grow enough to eat, but they will also grow.
Okay, yes. So that is the clip that I wanted us to just have a look at, and that is the President William Samoei Ruto. But then, when he was giving that speech, he was the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Today, he is the President, and I just played that so that you can also give your take on his stand first on the handshake and what has currently changed. Before I give you a chance, Mr. Miguda, allow me to welcome Eric. Eric, you can say hi to our viewers, and then Miguda, you'll go first, and then Eric will come. Hi, Eric. Miguda, you can go first, and then Eric will come in.
I do not know if Eric can hear from us, because when his time comes, I want him to state and it be on the record that we said that Raila and Ruto are working together, and Raila and Ruto are going to work together until 27. But Eric denied by saying that he does not believe that the two will work together. And he said that time will vindicate him. So I want him to confirm here whether time has vindicated him or time has vindicated us. He will clarify that one. Yeah, on a light note, you asked two questions. First, I'll take the issue of the mood of the people, what happened yesterday. The mood of the people are, understand we are diverse as a country. There are people who are pro-Ruto, pro-Raila, and the mood cannot be the same. The mood must be different according to how people viewed it. And there are those who have been defending Raila and attacking Ruto. Those who have been defending Ruto and attacking Raila. And some people also have been doing this on payroll. Some people have been controlled that go and abuse Raila, go and abuse Ruto, go and defend Raila, go and defend Ruto. Then they're being given some penny. Those people are disappointed. The group you quoted, the Jacaranda team, or the Bunga, some are on payroll, and they're now intense that who is going to pay them, or who is going to pay them to attack Ruto, or is going to pay them to attack Raila, because now those people have come together. That is why they were saying, they were laying some ground, like they said that if Raila at all has joined Ruto, and of course he has joined Ruto, that Raila had a manifesto and he had promised people during the campaign. Now, whatever he promised people during the campaign, let him implement jointly with RUTO because currently it's in government, and they quote things like Baba Care and things like 6Ks per household, that they should be given 6Ks per household because that's what that was Baba manifesto. Now he's in the government, let him implement as the manifesto. Whereas other people are also claiming that Raila, whenever he goes, he does not make anything, he breaks. Now he's going to destroy that government. Those are people who are on payroll, in my view, that they were in politics for purposes of maybe getting money, or they are being controlled. If someone is controlling your mind, now you have reached a point whereby you cannot move. You want Raila to part ways, but if you have independent mind, it doesn't matter whatever happens. You are at free to respond. But the other issue, you find that Raila base were very happy. They are very happy that currently there is a shared deal between Ruto and Raila, and they supported it. Most of them supported it, but few of them are also trying not to support it. But you find where Raila's been, where Raila has not been enjoying massive support in the country. They were bitter. Some people were hurt, but that is the nature of politics. Remember, Raila supporters have been hurt from 2007, 13, 17, 2022. Raila's disappointed his fans for a long time. And whenever some people have been disappointed or hurt, that is how politics are sometimes. You have to accept that it cannot always be on your side. Sometimes it happens that way. And that's why I say that the people who are being controlled or are paid or who are on payroll, right now they must change their positions and they must realign the current formation. But the people who are playing their politics genuinely, you can go to either camp. You can go to Omnyoro camp, you can go to the current camp. You are at liberty to move across general part. The issue of the current president, William Ruto, he talks about the issue of, me, I'm looking at it that by that time, he was a politician. He was speaking as a politician. Of course, he was the deputy president, but the cap he was wearing, that cap is for UDA. It means that he was the UDA presidential candidate, and he was talking to the people, projecting 2022 election. As a good propagandist, as someone who's a good propagandist and a good public speaker, they saw, in quote, the good orator. Some people believe that is a good orator. Some people believe that is genius in politics. Some people believe that is the professor of politics by that time. So according to all those praises which were given to him, that's why we are reached here. Because all those tags were given to him. And me, I just leave that he's a good propagandist. And whenever you have him in your camp, if you are campaigning for the presidential and he's in your camp, you can sign him the role of a propagandist. He can perfect it very well. Then when it comes to leadership, or when it comes to delivery, or the issue of economy he was talking about, because he was projecting Kenyan's economy beyond 2022 with the assist of the bottom-up economic model. In my view, when it comes to economic transformation of the country, we can say that dragon testing, William Ruto, 0. But when it comes to propagandist, then we can give him thumbs up because he's a very good propagandist whenever you have him in your camp. And that is why, if you want to compare the two scenarios, what he said during campaigns and what he did yesterday, they are totally different things, because there he was campaigning as a presidential candidate, and he was speaking to the audience. And the audience also gave him some praises by that time. The audience he was referring to by that time. But currently, he's in a different scenario whereby he's having a different audience and a different base. That's why he has abandoned whatever he promised those guys, and he has moved with the dynamics of the current. That could be my input.
Okay, thank you. Can see Eric here. Eric, Eric, just give your take on what you think about the views of the people of Kenya, the Gen Zs, the Jacaranda people. What is your take about this all handshake?
You can get me clear. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay, okay, okay. What I want to say is only one thing. Once bitten, twice shy. And where I come from, down the lake there, we always say a snake cannot bite you twice in life unless you're stupid. Snake never bite. It is either it bites you once, you will never be bitten again, or you bitten once and you die. And that's how it works. So I want to debunk this thing of the people who are disgruntled by this handshake. Wow, the payroll, like my brother, the Goda is alluding to. I think that is not what is going there. We have been beaten and we are seen. We always say if it quacks like a duck, it walks like a duck, it behaves like a duck. It is a duck. It is a duck. And hiyo dhambi tutawachiwa. So we are a bit skeptical about this plan. You remember in 2018, something similar happened the same way like this on March 18th. And then after that, Raila Odinga and William Ruto then came out with 13-point agenda. And those 13-point agenda, some of them, for it to be implemented, remember they had to go for a referendum. And then we were thrown into a shenanigan called BBI. That at that time we were being blindfolded with, and they knew very well that it is going nowhere. That's why this time round we don't want to be that stupid again, to be told 10-point agenda, to be given a 10-point agenda. Which one of them? I think number one, implementation of NADCO report. Is it possible? That is what we are asking. Even if we are not lawyers, we are asking, is it possible that this pact will implement the NADCO report? That NADCO report, for it to be implemented fully, it must be subjected to referendum. Are you sure with the unpopularness of this government, will they agree for a referendum, or that referendum thing will be hanged in Raila Odinga's neck like BBI, and we will keep moving from one county to another, from one county to another, doing nothing. And when election comes, we'll end up, we have 6 months to election with a disorganized ODM that nobody wants to have a coalition with. Those are the questions we must answer. If we can't be provided with answer, for us, we will be skeptical. We are not in anybody's payroll. We don't want to be beaten by the snake twice because we are not stupid. We have our brains. And sometimes we must ask hard questions. Yes, that's my point number one. Because I have read all those things. You think Ruto will pay those who are killed in Kisumu? By the way, will he pay? Is that one implemented? It is not. If it is not, then we are always joining this so-called political pact in a desperation position. In a desperation position that we are entering. The only reason that's why people celebrated, if you ask the people who are happy with this thing, they have only one reason. Because the Kikuyus vote for Ruto, it is our time. Because Kikuyus vote for Ruto to punish us, it is our time to support Ruto to punish them. I think that is the only reason. Marco Bura, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Something else that you've talked about is the issue of implementation of the NADCO report. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay,
Eric,
I can hear
yes.
you.
Yeah, I have a
So
question for
that
you.
is
I have a question. You've talked about the NADCO report, and if you're keen enough, there's no difference between what is contained in the NADCO report and what was there in the BBI. My question to you is, do you really think the president has a goodwill to implement the NADCO report? Maybe before you come in, allow me to just play this clip here where the president was giving his take.
He is not ready to give up on the BBI and will seek fresh ways to revive it. Already, there are efforts to bring some amendments through Parliament.
If there was a much more dangerous constitutional change, it is the BBI. Because it was going to roll back all the gains we had. We fought for almost 30 years against an imperial presidency. The BBI was going to install the imperial presidency in a very unprecedented way. How will you account that the BBI was suggesting that we have a president who controls the legislature through appointment of members of parliament into the executive and controls the judiciary using the ombudsman? We would have an imperial presidency. Let us not lie to ourselves. Let us not lie to the people. BBI was dangerous for Kenya, and we thank God it failed.
Eric,
can I go
can you
ahead?
hear me? Yeah, so that is
Yes.
Mr. William Samoei Ruto, the president, the current president. By then, he was the deputy president. My question to you is, what is it that is in the NADCO report that is different from what was there in the, the BBI? And those are the stance of the president. What tells you, or what can the people of Kenya believe that, part of what they read, like implementing the NADCO report, is something that they are truly, going to do? What is your take on that, Eric?
Makobura, I don't know if my net is breaking, is the one breaking, or I don't know, but I can get
You
you.
okay? You okay? We can hear
But you're
you.
breaking on my side. I think it is my. Okay,
We can
okay,
hear you.
thank you very much. What I'm saying is this: nothing is different. You can get me. I go ahead. Okay, so I am saying this. If for NADCO report to be implemented, it must be subjected to a referendum. And number one, Ruto is so allergic to constitution. Remember, Ruto even opposed this constitution. Has been suppressing the governor, the devolution. You can see what he has been doing to governor. Even the implementation of that thing to reach 35%, I think it won't be possible with William Ruto. Because William Ruto is somebody who loves what we call the raw power. He doesn't want a soft power. He wants raw power, the power that he can use to oppress people. Those are the questions we are asking. For you to implement BBI in terms of administrative roles, like leader of opposition and prime minister, you are altering the fundamental or the basic structures of the constitution. You must subject it into a referendum unless Raila want to be called the things that we are calling Musalia Mudavadi. These of it to come up to civil crime, whatever. Those things that do not exist anywhere. We just want to give Baba plain, chop as a revelation, give him a car and chase a car and a red carpet. And I know Raila Odinga very well. He is somebody I have supported in all my life. My grandfather died supporting his father. My father has been voting for him, and I have been here for him too. But we are not stupid. Raila Odinga is always confusing when he sees a red carpet. And you heard the president saying yesterday that we will ensure that you are respected. I will do everything to ensure that you are treated respectfully. What does that tell you? All those things that they are reading there are not there. It is only to make Raila safe and win his support base. That is the only fundamental. Let us make Raila happy and please him and make his support base look like Baba is happy for us. We are not that much ignorant this time round because every time we go into such political arrangement, at the end of the day, it is us who carries those burdens. Remember what Uhuru did for us. We carried even the burden that happened before Raila joined the government. Like ODM will be going to the election of 2027 with the Gen Z blood being blamed on them because they are now the ones proposing for those people to pay. If reached by next year, if their parents will not receive money, something I know very well it will not happen. Even the people in Condé whose kids were killed, brutally killed, their parents will not receive money. Those are things ODM is heading to. We are carrying a necessary burden to election, and this has always shrink the influence of ODM. We want a very big part. Remember, every time ODM goes to election, we lose a certain part of this. Likely, this time round, we may lose it if we are not careful. We may lose it. Look at the political arrangement that is going on in Gusi region. We may lose like about 20 or 15 members of parliament that we have in Gusi land. So we need to have a political pact that actually Meguda, can you hear? Because
Yeah, I can hear you. You are very clear. You are very clear.
Hear? Okay, thank you. So we don't want to go to a political pact. That always the intention of this thing is to reduce the volume of the influence of ODM bit by bit in every election. That one I will not support. Carrying unnecessary burden heading to election of now the bad economy and everything that people have done bad and abduction, it is the ODM that will carry it. I will not be campaign something for us we never enjoy. So please, when we are asking questions, we don't ask questions because we are. Remember those people in Jacaranda. Those are the first line. In fact, those are the front liners of Raila Odinga. People like Alai don't go to the street. People like Mati, they don't go to the street. And if they went to the street, wako inside their armored car. In fact, the body that when Raila Odinga's vehicle, Raila Odinga is like a human being sitting inside a vehicle. And his vehicle, the body that always being receiving the annual beating is those guys in Jacaranda that today we want to dispute. It is the same people in Jivanji that today we want to dispute as the people who have been given something to go and talk. Raila Odinga has never given anybody money. And those young people are frontliners who always go there in their own volition to fight for it. I am yet to meet an individual that was killed. His family say we have even received 10,000 from Raila Odinga because this person was in the front line fighting for Raila Odinga. Let us just be sometimes reasonable when we are joining something, because I need to be given reason why we are joining this. And lastly, why should we be the people who are always stealing the sinking ship? Why can't we just let that ship sink? Are we ready to get power, or we are just people who are making political brokery so that we don't want to go to get power through election? I think we should go by the rules of Napoleon Bonaparte. If your political opponent is making a mistake, you don't advise him. You let him make that mistake and take advantage of that to to beat him in the election. Now the more, when we did a political pact with Uhuru Kenyatta, we lost the ANC and Ford Kenya. They are gone forever. Maybe this is now an intention to ensure that Wiper is out of ODM, and also Gusiland will be out of ODM. Then ODM will be a party that have some few members in Yanga and some people in Western, maybe 2 or 3 members of parliament in Mombasa and in Nairobi. In total, they cannot even reach 70. And that party, no party will have a political pact with. Sometimes we need to be reasonable. Let us not disobey the friends that have stood with us for long, like Wiper has been here for us since 2013, and befriending a friend that left us in the hour of need and now coming back to exploit our long struggle and bring some paint of colors that we don't have. The identity of ODM has been damaged by this pact. We love Raila Odinga. We will not walk out of ODM. We are still in ODM here, and we will still fight in ODM. But if it is necessary for us that we will not bear with this mind of few people in ODM, that their mind is to vote to punish the Central Kenya people. We will leave them ODM and let them punish the Central Kenya people. And when the punishment is over, we will come back and talk later in life. But I think there is a big attempt to separate Raila Odinga with this from soldier. That one day, if things turn black and black turns red, when he calls out the people to the street, very few will go. Few that can be managed. Not
Okay, thank you, Eric. Eric, you've spoken about the ODM party having pacts with other political parties, and you've also said that these handshakes or combinations has always caused the ODM. And today, if you saw the comments of Jeremiah Kioni, who is the Secretary General of Jubilee Party, he was also not happy with what happened, and he's saying that Raila amewasaliti, and that that pact is not something that is going to defend the people of Kenya. All those things they talked about, according to him, he's saying that the people of Kenya should expect worse. We also saw Kalonzo gave the same comments, saying that Raila has simply betrayed, that he made the worst decision, joining a government that has already failed. The same sentiments are coming from different people. The Jacaranda people are saying the same. The Gen Zs in social media also saying that was a serious betrayal. And what can you say about that? Migoda, and then Eric will also give us his take on the stance of Wiper Party, Jubilee Party coming out to criticize that move. Jacaranda and the Gen Z is also in social media saying that it is not good for the people of Kenya. Migoda, what is your take?
First, let me clarify. Maybe I've been misunderstood. I never said that ODM supporters are on payroll, or everyone at Jacaranda or Jivanji are on payroll. I was clear that there are some few individuals or some few speakers who usually their politics at Jacaranda are being controlled, not by Raila. I haven't mentioned Raila's name. Some politicians. Some politicians in Nairobi do control how some speakers deliver their messages at Bunge la Wananchi. Some politicians in Nairobi have not said Raila Odinga, and I haven't said that all of your supporters. I don't have the capacity to mention them, but even me, I've been to Jivanji. I've been to Jivanji for a long time, even at Jacaranda. And we were being told that some of you are giving your opinion here. But with us, we are not here for free. We are here under payroll. Some few, not all of them. So those are the people who were saying that if you try to look at those speakers, some of them are disappointed. And Eric, I'll see you privately and discuss for you those people if you want to know those people. The issue of Jeremiah Kioni and Wiper, the reason why they are dissatisfied with yesterday's event, in my view, they are dissatisfied because they had an agreement with Raila, the so-called Azimio, and they are having some structure of even if you want to exit Azimio on the way forward, on how you can exit Azimio. But they were surprised because all along they have been saying that ODM has not exit Azimio, formally or informally. They have been saying that we haven't exited Azimio, we are in Azimio. But they were never informed, they were never told. All of a sudden, they saw that people are signing an agreement between UDA and ODM exclusively. Even Wetangula's party was not there. That is why the likes of Jubilee and Wiper, they can view it more of a betrayal, because according to them, ODM has not kept their word, or ODM has not kept whatever they wrote down as the MOU. That is why those people have a right to state that it was a betrayal, according to them, on their side. It was a betrayal because they had agreed. So it means that the agreement was, it was trashed out yesterday by these people, by ODM going to work with the UDA parties. That's why Wiper and Jubilee were dissatisfied with that decision, because they have been delayed by ODM that we are with you, we are in Azimio, we are the minority, but little did they know that they are going to sign that deal yesterday. They have been satisfied. And I also like to echo what Ayaga said, that although Kalonzo supported Raila for 3 consecutive times, even when he was never given anything in 2022, but even if it were you can take it as a betrayal, because you are promised. Even if in politics is also, you don't need to trust somebody in politics, but sometimes you need to have that heart as a politician, because this is someone who has been with you in your difficult times. But now when you are going to engage the enemy, you are abandoning this, your ally. In my view, it cannot work well for the current formation. It cannot work well for the ODM, this current formation in future, because in this war, you need everybody. I still believe that, right? You can't fight it alone. At one point in life, you need these Kisii votes, you need Western people, you need even the Kamba nation. But if that's the decision which was made by Odinga, then we have no problem with it. We just only say that even if it were you could have viewed as betrayal, because you have been delayed for a long time, but they have sneaked and make an agreement with the current regime. That is why I can say, even in the issue of the Gen Z, also they felt that they have been betrayed, because they were told that their interests will be taken care of. But the thing is, if right now they have signed this MOU, does it mean now this is the time they are going to start taking care of the interests of the people? It means that these people are not going to take care of whatever they have said, because remember, we had the broad-based government last year, and it was said that from next week on Monday, they will start initiating projects in Nairobi. And they said that sasa kazi itaanza. It means kazi inaanza jana. All along, they have not been working. That's why we are holding them accountable that we believe that this formation, it will have some consequences in future. And the first casualties will be the ODM people. And by that time, they will have lost most of their members if they want to capture power in 2027 or in future. Back to you, Makubura.
Okay, thank you so much, Eric. What is your take on the stance of Jubilee Party? The comments of Kalonzo Musyoka, the comments of the people, of course, who have been supporters of Raila, those at the Jacaranda, and also Gen Zs on social media. They're also revolting. They're saying that the move does not really respect what the people of Kenya, according to them, really wanted, and they're saying that it is not going to solve the problems that they've continuously raised. What is your take, Mr. Eric Ayaga?
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to say this. The Jubilee and the Wiper. I think Jubilee left as the year before the year. If my memory is right, whatever. I think the faction of Kioni have very few people, very few MPs. Majority of MPs are in the Sabina Chege faction, and they have left, or they left us a long time ago. But Wiper are genuine, because Wiper have stood with us actually at a point where we told Kalonzo that for you to be a running mate, we call a panel to vet you. Kalonzo, who has been Raila Odinga's running mate twice, is now being called to a vetting panel, and he still work, and he was not even sure the position he was going to get, because even with Raila announcing, he had actually given four CS. Paranya was to take finance, Joho was to take which one, I can't remember. And Kalonzo was not given anything. He never even demanded anything. And he said, I will support you and with loyalty. And remember, if you go to the election of 2022, do you know Akamba vote for Raila more than the way those did? Even the turnout in Ukambani, even in terms of voting out UDA, it is this time round that very few people like Mtuse, yule alileta impeachment, walikuja na chama cha chapchap kutoka Ukambani. The rest were Wiper. In fact, Wiper aligonga hiyo Ukambani yote. All governors, all senators, all MPs, unless 3 or 4. So we need not to lose a friend like that, for God's sake, for short pleasure or comfort that we are going to eat somewhere or we are going to punish. Why should we punish the Kikuyu people? That will not make them vote for us. Let us, in politics, what I was taught in simple. Politics, if you want power, you only do addition. You don't do subtraction. And then you will be rotating here in this republic, telling people you want ODM to be a strong party. How? If you have lost your partner like Wiper, if you have lost PC is going, and it is something that we may not see today, but they are drifting. Yeah, if they manage to form their party, they will drift. You see the likes of Tifuna and Osoti, they are not happy with this thing. They may form a loyal party because in loyal land there is a vacuum. Remember the death of ANC created a vacuum in Western. Instead of us exploiting that vacuum, we are minusing. We want to push people like Tifuna, people like Osoti outside our party. So when they create a party A party that can even win 10 members of parliament in Western is a big party. It's a party that somebody will have a sit down with them to make a coalition. Because Ford Kenya is only based in northern part of Western, Trans Nzoia and Bungoma. So there is Kakamega, no party. There is Vihiga, there is no party. There is Busia, there is no party. What if they take this advantage and create a party? You will do another minor from UN. Now we need to actually do the politics of addition, not subtraction, for simple and making Baba happy. Unless Raila Odinga should tell us that he made this party not for prosperity, but for his own pleasure. I think up to there,
Okay, Eric.
we will understand him na tujipange tukiendelea.
Eric, I have a question for you. Let's say this combination of Raila and Ruto, let's say it goes up to 2027. And remember, there's a disagreement, of course, with between ODM and the Wiper Party. And that means that the Ukambani votes would be out. Currently, most of the people from the Gusii land, they're also trying to come up with their own political party. And there has been actually two. The former emeritus Chief Justice David Maraga, he's saying that he might go for presidency. And also there's also another push for Matiang'i to go for presidency. And that means that that region, if suppose they're going for election and one of them, either Matiang'i or David Maraga is going for presidency, there is, ODM would have lost the Gusii land. The western side, there's still political differences between the members over there. And there's more. There's a group of politicians from that area who are saying that the government is not doing well. They're actually pro-government. This is a group led by Governor Tembea, the likes of Salasia, Eugene Wamalwa, and some other members of parliament. And so, of course, that says that in the western part, there is a possibility that, of course, ODM will not still maintain or will still not have a good number. My question to you, Eric, is with Raila losing the Gusii land and partly the Luo land, there's a group of people, of course, in Lowland who are for the first time, they're also coming out and saying that they have been used. They've been making the political decisions, yes, but for this time round, they're not just going to blindly follow the political class. And, there's that group within the Luo Nyanza that are not going to support Raila Amolo Odinga. That is, if he maintains working in the president. When you go to Coast, Joy is still there. We are not so sure how, their political operations are. And again, come to Nairobi, there has been a good number of people who follows Raila and they like his political, moves. And remember, Nairobi has been one of the counties where all these political problems are felt. If you remember the Gen Zs, it was started here in Nairobi. More of the deaths actually happened in Nairobi. And of course, remember, Nairobi is also cosmopolitan. How is Raila going to help Ruto politically and even with votes and also, the support that is had if majority of people who have stood with him have actually left him? How is he going to help William Samoei Ruto retain his political pact in 2027, having in mind that, of course, more of his support base in the Murima region, maybe he might get 20 or 30% of the votes of the people of the mountain. And remember, with the combination of the mountain and all these disgruntled people, just give us your view on how you think, Raila would help him if truly the support that is enjoyed is going to be translated or transferred to Ruto, how is that possible? Eric?
Okay, okay. I want to say this. More so in Nyanza region, that document is good for them. They will only look for one thing to happen in those shenanigans that they were reading those 10-point agenda at KICC. There is only one thing that Nyanza people will look at, not the prime minister. See, they can choose to call Raila prime minister, make him happy, give him vehicles, chase car and whatever. Even they can decide to give him office at Arambe House. Those one will not have problem with the people of Nyanza. The problem with the people of Nyanza is only one. Where I say the people who are killed in 2023 and 2024 during the Gen Z are paid. If those people will not be paid by the time we are going to the election, Baba supporting Ruto will be a political disaster. They will see fire down the Nyanza region. People are very patient. We want to see because when Uhuru and Raila made the handshake, there was a similar call for people to be compensated. After that, we were took to something called BBI, we rotate, we tulizungukwa. You remember the line of one of the BBI ilikuwa ni ile kitu inaitwa sijui inclusivity and sijui was something I can't remember. So it will not be easy for Raila Odinga. I better listen to Sifuna. I want to tell people one thing. Somebody called lie has been part of the system. You see, Pauline Jerome, for those who I think in 2013, some of you are not into politics. In 2013, Alai supported TNA and UD. He was part of it. And they really opposed to Raila Odinga. And there were three, Alai, Dennis Itumbi, and Pauline Jerome. Those were the bloggers that were being used currently to the campaign Raila by the government of Kibaki then when Uhuru was coming to power. And Alai was on the Ruto side. So Alai has not just found a friend in William Ruto. They have been together for a very long time. Yeah, that's a fact that should be placed together. Alai came to ODM in 2017, around when we are heading to election of 2016, with an intention of being given an ODM certificate in Nyando to dethrone this man called Jared Okil. And that was not possible and stayed in ODM. And I think that's when the next election in 2020, he went to run in election. So Alai has been in a soft corner of this NIS thing and the people who have been campaigning and abusing Raila badly. And remember, Lai has never been in Uhuru side. You remember during the handshake, it is a lie. Go to his post. It is a lie who was supposed to handshake and a few of us. And now, because now Ruto is now the one who wants to enjoy Raila, he is enjoying. And these are the things we need to tell people the truth because people doesn't know. The goodness they have not believed those posts are there. Go and check post of a lie in 2013. From 2011 up to Kiteremuka. Those were the people who are insulting Raila left, right, and center. He has never loved Raila Odinga. And now Raila Odinga is living a loyal man like Babu Wino, who has placed his life in front defending somebody like Raila Odinga. Which political calculation Raila Odinga is making? By the way, sometimes we will be discussing this notion that many people have been saying that it is Raila who atakangi kukuwa rais. If people cannot say something for so many years, and we have been always disputing it without a little research, doing a little research. Like for now, we have the Gen Z. We have a group of Kenya that have already united without with partyless, leaderless. Why can't you just join them and then become their leader and then wait for election and deal with the president? And if you are robbed, call those people, tell them I was your candidate. Now it is you to deal with that person and you leave the kids work to do. So I think Raila Odinga, because presidency, Raila Odinga's wife, his age, he can still be the good president. Trump is his age mate. Yeah. So many presidents are his age mate. So I don't think he's too old to be the president of the Republic. But the political calculation he is making or he is pushing ODM into, though people always say, Baba Sifa, for this time round, we were the very few people who were opposed to the handshake of 2018. And we were really called names. And when we were really abused, we told lies. And we really campaigned for BBI. I think those are the times we started Mutembei. Those were the days around early 2019, heading to 2020. Those are those days. We really campaigned for BBI. And little did we know that we are chasing a lion that is heading nowhere. Because Uhuru Kenyatta knew where he is going to start it and where it will end. If Ruto pushes Raila into that corner this time round, I will not campaign for those things. I will not be that silly one. Lastly, I want to give my opinion on this government. I don't think this government deserves re-election. Even if the Mount Kenya people put us in a frying pan, we should use our brains to jump out of a frying pan, not remove ourselves from a frying pan to the fire itself. We need to have a sit down as Kenya and say, is Ruto competent enough to run this country? Because remember, if you gave birth in 2020, when Ruto becomes president and leave in 2022, your kid will be wasting 10 years, the 10 years that we will not recover with bad leadership in a country that we can give a president at least 5 years and we change to another person if it is not working. It is not working. Anyway, even this sharp thing, it is not working. It is very hard. They are speaking about unity. Kenyans were united but by nature. Politicians always talk about unity. But this time round, it is nature that actually unites us. It is the suffering. It is Kenyans who are becoming visionary citizens. We were being visionary. So we were brought together by our problem. If you ask the people of Ruto side today, what are they uniting? Who? Because you can't have a president who is speaking of unity, and in his camp there is a person who is saying Mount Kenya is useless. Remove the project from Mount Kenya and bring to us in Western State. And he stood up as a president and not correcting a senator who was making that mistake. I also saw the president in the same Western tour when an MP from Bungoma was talking bad and saying how we should isolate a section of this country. And the president never, because the president is the one speaking last, you need to actually correct what you had one of your supporters saying bad. He never did that. So he is not uniting anything. And the reason why I'm opposed to this unity, it's not tribal, but we lose. Are we the one that if somebody wants to work with us, every time we are being told unity, surely? Because That was the bone of contention when Uhuru Kenyatta was coming to work with Raila and ODM. He could say how he want to unite Kenyans, how he want Kenya to be together, how he want to bring an inclusive nation. That was the language. That was the language. That's why we are a little bit cautious this time around when such language are coming back. The second thing I'm also cautious about, the removal of parliamentary leadership, where we will see Ndidi Nyoro being removed, then Atandi was. Who did this thing? The people like Duale, Murkomen, Susan Kiika, even Wetangula was removed. Many people were removed in parliament leadership, and ODM picked up those parliamentary leadership. I remember even Gladys Wanga went to chair a very powerful committee in parliament that were previously held by the Jubilee Coalition, Jubilee Party. So my question is the same thing Uhuru did to us, are the same thing we are seeing na tutaachwa huko nje dakika ya mwisho with now with no wiper, with Gusi gone, and some of our support base been reduced. Because even here in Nairobi, we are very cautious. If they duped Raila to support Sakaja, we will campaign against Raila. And we did it in 2013, in 2017, when we told Raila we are enough with enough with Kidero. He pushed Kidero on us. We were in ODM, and we openly campaigned for Mike Sonko, and they won. In 2022, we told Raila we want somebody in ODM that can be a governor. He was cornered into some political absurdity kind of arrangement. He was Gade was brought, and Kaloki from Wiper to deputy. We campaign against him. We vote for Sakaja for that reason. So in Nairobi, we don't fear. Those people who are coming from up countries and saying Babu Wino das, Babu Wino das, watch the space. We have beat to him twice. We will not be afraid to beat him the third time in the Nairobi governor seat. If he brings somebody, we feel we don't want to be our governor. Maybe in the rural areas, he will still have influence, but I don't think Orengo will buy into those things by the current political scenario I'm seeing. Because the same trick Uhuru used to lure us into political absurdity is the same trick. Now Ruto has just upped his game by giving us power. The people who have not explained to us what happened to the chopper that was carrying Ogola. Immediately after Ogola, the president of Iran and the minister of foreign affairs crashed in a chopper around 2 months after Ogola. They have their report of what actually happened to the chopper that was carrying the president Raisi and the minister of foreign affairs. A country that is ruled by iron fist like Iran. Today, up to today, we still don't know what happened to the chopper that was carrying General Ogola. We need a lot of answers in this government. We need a lot of compensation in this government. If all that will work for the best of Raila and his political absurdity, political trivialities of being that these people they voted for Ruto, it is our turn to support Ruto's nonsense. If that will work, so be it. Let me rest my case and let my brother Mvoda carry on.
Yes, Miguda, you can give us your take and then maybe your final remarks.
I'll be brief because Kayaga has tackled most part of it. I just want to reiterate that we believe that currently there are many dynamics in the country, but the people, if you believe that you are with the people, just go with the people. But if those people want to be with the oppressors, let them go with the oppressors. But what can say that things have changed and things are going to happen in the forthcoming election, that the way people perceive things people perceive them differently currently. And there's no way that people will go with the wave, people will go with the stand by an individual, be it from RUTO, Raila, be it from Eugene, Dewa Munyoro. People will make a decision independently at the ballot. And I believe that that's what we say, that let them just have their formation. Let it be the people versus the oppressors. Now it's up to decide whether you're going to vote for the oppressors or the people. It's up to you. That is my concern on the current formation in the country. And lastly, Makobura, just to tell our viewers that the reception of the people have revealed that whatever happens is not that much popular. People have not embraced it across the country. There are those who are dissatisfied, both in RAILA'S camp and RUTO's camp. Not that everybody in RAILA'S camp has welcomed the decision. And there are some people who are asking questions, the likes of Ayaga and the team, who are very careful about the step made by Odinga. They want to understand if at all, they are very careful about if at all is going to repeat itself like the other one or the other two which have happened before, or is going to be different. That's why I can say that people, not that everybody has been taken by the wave. Some people are still stagnant and they're asking questions and they are reluctant. And even there are some leaders who have not even given their opinion about the issue, because some have welcomed the decision and have expressed their feelings about the whatever, be it working together. They have expressed how they have received it, but some have also not expressed, and we are waiting to hear from them so that you can say, okay, not that everybody has embraced the decision. That's what I can say to people. Makubura, see you next time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Eric. Maybe your last remarks.
My last remark is very simple. I wanna say this. There are some people. So you are general that always take you through a very difficult moment. You can see when Raila Odinga was signing the coalition agreement, James Agri Bob Orengo was behind him, and when he was even trying to cobble around the BBI, James Orengo was with him. And yesterday, I saw Raila signing some papers with Odama Olekina, with Olekina and disgruntled Sifuna, because I know Sifuna, even the body language, even the casual wear, the way he was not even tucking in. He was saying, so as my constitution, ODM, I'm serving here my constitution, let me just come perform my duty. In Uganda, they always say, you better obey, you better disagree with the law, but you obey it. You disagree with the law, but obey it. And the minister of Uganda was giving an example. If you drive always keep left, you just drive on the left hand side, but carry a placard saying that driving on the left side is stupid. The police will not arrest you. You are disagreeing with the law, but you are obeying the law. So Sifuna did that. He disagreed with everything, but he's obeying, and that is what we require. So I saw you as I saw Ledama Olekina, who has now become Raila Odinga's right man and the best lawyer Raila Odinga can rely on to witness him signing some kind of paper. That tells you the reality of this coalition agreement Raila Odinga has entered. It is not popular in the ground. Our people, even the people who are happy, they are not happy because something new is coming. They are happy. Their happiness is just because the central Kenya voted for Ruto to punish us. It is our time to punish them by supporting Ruto. If you ask them second reason, they don't have. If you ask them now tell me, I've got that. Tell me another point. They don't have. They will tell you it is just only one. Those people they voted for this guy and it is now us. That it is good. It is good. It is also good political. But if Raila Odinga is going to political arrangement, to chase people like Babu Win away in the name of supporting Sakaja, no, that one, we are really waiting for him. And we will be campaign Raila this time round in all corners, in TikTok, everywhere. In fact, the deaths that has occurred in Luland, we will place them in the door of Raila Odinga. We will win over us, but we will get a very big support from the people. If you make Nyanza a battleground for Ruto, and Ruto has lost the central region, Ruto will still lose. And I think the words of Stefano will be remembered for prosperity. That if Raila, because we remember we went into Uhuru's government and then we were assured with the deep state and we knew that this government is now unpopular and the way they managed the COVID. Kenyans never forgive Uhuru Kenyatta, even after COVID. Remember, COVID was in 2020, and in 2021, things were now good. And when we are heading to 2022, the corona story have died. So don't think that what happened last year in June, Kenyans will just forget it by 2022. If there is anybody that has that reason, these young people will shock you. We are not our parents. Thank you very much. God bless you. I think now I will be start coming. I'm back in the city. I will be start coming. Sometimes we have a great discussion. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Eric, and for everyone who joined us this evening. I want to take this opportunity to just say a big thank you. And if you're new again to this channel, this is Brother Benson Media, and here we say that your opinion counts. Kindly like and subscribe to the channel so that whenever we'll be having such kind of discussions, you'll be notified. And you can always join. We do share the link at the comment section. You are highly invited to also just join and give your opinion. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who joined and communicated or shared their thoughts via the comment section. Tomorrow we'll also have a show. For now, I want to take this opportunity to wish you all a blessed night, a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, a blessed evening from wherever you are. Thank you so much. May God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.